Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of all the bitches. Now, I know what you were expecting and what I was expecting. I was expecting to tear this thing apart. The first box set, if you've followed for long enough, if you've gone back and watched those videos, I hated the first box set. This one, however, has proven to be not awful. As a matter of fact, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I'm shocked to say that. But that's the number one thing you expect from me on this channel. One thing I can promise you that I 100% will never, ever, ever lie to you. This is ironclad. There's no reason for me to give you my opinion if I'm being bought off, which, by the way, I've never been bought off, or if I'm, given a screener, and by the way, no one's ever said, hey, can you soft pedal this and say that it's good? Nobody. And nor would I have. I mean, I get free stuff all the time, but I'll tell you what I feel. If you've seen my Arrow reviews, you know I'm 100% honest with my opinions. I expect you to be the same as well. Now, we were all expecting this to be shit-ass shit. And there's really only one movie on here that is shit-ass shit, and that is Dracula and Son. But holy shit, it's not bad overall.
Back from the dead.
Let's take this thing off. There's no reason to be formal on the final battle. Let us unbox the Eurocrypt for one last time and talk about the last two, well, technically three items on here. We get a double feature on one disc. We get Murder Story and Mask of Murder, and the book by Sir Jonathan Rigby. He's not a sir, but, it's like a knighting thing. I'll just say I'll just call him Sir for fun. Let's talk about the movies real quick. A Murder Story, Mask of Murder. The Murder double feature. Are they good? Are they worth your time? Let me give you a little backstory on Murder Story first. Murder Story runs 1 hour and 29 minutes. A young guy, played by Alex Denisof from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, wants to write murder mystery books like his favorite author, played by Christopher Lee, in yet another supporting role. Christopher Lee's interactions here with his fans feel so true to life that, honestly, this is how I feel he would actually deal with real-life fans, which means he's excellent as always in this. This is an English-speaking film set in the Netherlands, and it involves similar to Giallo in a sense. This reminds me of Fright Night, but instead of vampires, you're dealing with a murder story, for lack of a better word. This film makes what felt like a critical error about 50 minutes into it, but the third act is so rewarding and is shockingly enjoyable that I'm happy to report that I didn't hate this movie. As a matter of fact, I thought it was pretty damn engaging and compelling to watch. It really depends on what you're looking for when coming to this movie, because it's not a big body count movie and it's not a big action movie either. But what it does offer is a big, compelling murder mystery, and Christopher Lee, who goes above and beyond with what he's given. Yes, he's barely in it, but he is absolutely crucial to the film and the plot development. And I don't think it's going to blow anybody away, but it's a lot better than I had previously imagined it to be. Special features-wise, you get a commentary track with the film's co-writers and directors, and it's the most standard commentary track in the box set because it's from the actual people who made the actual movie. David Gregory moderates the conversation, and it is quite enjoyable. Last, you get a 14-minute interview with the film's producer, Tom Reeve. Murder Story's pretty damn good. It starts off a little slow, kind of feels like a TV movie at times, but the characters are compelling, the story is compelling enough, and it drew me in. I was never bored, and I really wanted to see what happened, and the ending is pretty exciting and pretty rewarding overall. I mean, it's a fucking good movie. So, shocker of all shockers, I'm going to go 4 stars for Murder Story. I think, again, I'm basing my reviews a little higher because I was so impressed by the quality of the movies. I think I've just gotten used to the fact that these aren't Christopher Lee movies. He's just a dude. He's just a cameo or he's just a supporting actor. I think I've accepted that fact, and maybe that's why I'm a little more lenient to these movies. But I thought Murder Story was a good movie. Honestly, I could see that being released by anybody. Vinegar Syndrome even, or Not Diabolic, Cauldron, that's what I'm thinking about. Cauldron would have put something like this out. Absolutely. I could have seen people fawning over this, you know, nice slipcover and shit. I mean, look at that poster. That's awesome as shit. Very shocking. Let's talk about the second movie on here, and that is Mask of Murder. Mask of Murder also runs 1 hour and 29 minutes. Hold on to your butts, guys, because this is a VHS rip, or at least that's what it looks like. But not before the movie is a minute old. 2 women get their throats bloodily cut by a mysterious person wearing a bag over their head. Auspicious beginnings indeed for this Swedish-Canadian co-production. I'm thrilled to report that Christopher Lee is the main character this time around. He's in almost every scene, and he even gets a couple of nude scenes. So for those of you who are interested, you do get to see Christopher Lee's dingus.
Oh my. Total fucking bullshit.
I'm kidding, of course. He's barely in this, but he does what he can with the material and the time he's given, which, I mean, at this point, that's all we can ask for. Are you ready for another shocker? This one's actually a good movie. Lee plays the chief of police who gets taken out of commission early on during the search for a serial killer. But meanwhile, the detective in charge, played by the Time Machine's Rod Taylor, discovers that his wife, who was played by Miss Tessmacher from the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, is cheating on him with his best friend and partner. And while all that relationship bullshit does threaten to take over the plot at times, the impetus here is on the hunt for the man behind the mask. This is a surprisingly vicious, bloody, and engaging film with quite a high body count. It's a Canadian giallo. The script is pretty tightly paced, and it almost feels like you're watching an adaptation of a classic detective thriller. The ending is surprising and rewarding, and will leave a smile on your face. Oh yeah, and Christopher Lee is in like 4 scenes and is completely superfluous to the plot yet again. At this point, he's window dressing, but it's fine because the movie is so enjoyable. Holy crap, I'm shocked. 2 solid-ass movies here. Mask of Murder is great. There's a couple elements I left out of Mask of Murder because I didn't want to ruin the way that movie develops, but it gets very, very interesting when it comes to the serial killer aspect. I won't give anything away, really, because I want you guys to experience it if you're going to get a chance to watch it. Really good, really solid movies, and yeah, as long as you don't go in expecting Christopher Lee to be all over them, then you're fine. 4 stars for Mask of Murder. I know, I'm shocked too. Holy fucking shit. 2 4-star movies. This box set is almost like a winner chicken dinner. But, you know, there's still Dracula and Son to worry about, which, at the end of the day, if that's the biggest boner, then fuck it. Not a big deal. But Mask of Murder, really solid stuff, and I think you're gonna dig it. No special features for that, because technically it is a special feature. It's an extra movie, so it didn't really include anything with that in terms of featurettes and all that stuff. Lastly, let's talk Booklet. Now, this is actually more of a booklet. This is a book, a full book. It's very, very thick. I actually didn't even count how many pages. I would say, and going past the glossary and all that shit, almost 100 pages. You're about 93 pages into this thing. Look at this thing. I mean, this is a lot. A lot. And you got tons of information here. It's a beautiful booklet. I'll be honest, I didn't have time to read the whole thing. I've been busy with life and work. But it is absolutely a great companion to the other one, which was my favorite thing in the first box set, the Jonathan Rigby book in there. This is a wonderful, wonderful piece. It's called A Career in 6 Snapshots.
No more damn books. No more books.
But the book is 100% probably the best thing on here, and this is actually a pretty great double feature. So shocker, baby dockers. I can't think of a rhyme, but it's good. And so, my friend, we retire the Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee Collection 2. Not a bad box set overall. Holy cats. I am shocked. I know you're shocked. Bananas in pajamas. The world has gone crazy. It's not a bad box set. Should you get it? Yes, I would give a tepid recommendation on sale. Don't pay over $100 for it, I would say. But if you can get it on sale, I think you're going to find some pretty interesting movies on here. Overall, compared to the first set, if you're going to pick one, Collection 2 is way, way better. And yeah, he's barely in them, but, I mean, at this point, that's par for the course. That'll do, Bugaboo. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Time to call it a day. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into that box set. Again, I want to thank Scott, a.k.a. Barnabas Collins, for lending me his box set. You are amazing, sir. Thank you so much. What an honor and a pleasure to have you here as a subscriber and as a supporter. So everybody thank Scott in the chat. I always think I'm live, but I'm not, because I'm talking to myself right now at the moment. But now, technically, I'm talking to you because you're watching. So it's kind of a weird future past thing. Anyway, I'll drop it. Signing off.